The 1 minute gun is fired. 50 seconds now to the start of this 2002 Budweiser Columbia Cup. The sun is at an angle where the water is glistening. It's a beautiful picture, and up the backstretch, they are very slow. The Budweiser is on the inside, and the E-Lam is tucked in lane 2, and the E-Lam leading them up. They're all down on speed except the other boats trailing in behind will set them as they round the turn. But it's Budweiser on the inside, the E-Lam in lane 2, and they're still very slow, Chip, with 25 seconds to the start. If somebody gets a flying start, they'll probably go right by them. Budweiser slow. E-Lam picks it up a little bit. Ken Muscatel is in as the wild card. He will trail the field around. Budweiser lane 1. E-Lam lane 2. Jackson Sports Bar lane 3. Lumar's in 4. Oberto's in 5. And on the far outside, well, Lumar's on the far outside. Middle of the race course is Trent West, who's got restarted. They come for the start now. It is a flying start as the gun goes for the start of the 2002 Columbia Cup. Waiting on the review. It is 6 Roostertails across the crowd going crazy. And it is Trent West. It's a legal start. It's Trent West leading them to the first turn first with boat speed on the inside of him. It's Mark Tate on the outside is a Lumar. The Budweiser is on the inside. We'll see as they go around the turn. The butt of the E-Lam around the turn, and E-Lam leads the race up the backstretch. Budweiser running in second, Trent West back to third. It is E-Lam by about half a Roostertail up the backstretch, but Budweiser on the inside, Chip.
I think we are in for one heck of a boat race because you got the Budweiser inside. He can stay with the E-Lam, even though the E-Lam's maybe a faster boat, but we're going to have 5 down and dirty laps here.
We are. We've waited for this all year. The E-Lam on the outside is won from there all day long, coming back in the end. But it's the E-Lam on the outside, Budweiser on the inside. The 2 world record setters in this qualifying laps earlier this weekend. They are almost coming down even. The E-Lam with a slight lead. The Budweiser in rougher water on the inside and lower on RPMs. They come down. The Budweiser gets a little light. They complete lap number 1. The E-Lam 150.589. The Budweiser 149. As they come down, it's still E-Lam by a boat length. They are screaming to the Blue Bridge turn. O'Doul's eye in the sky has him. Nate Brown hooking it nice and tight, trying to keep Budweiser inside, but he loses him a little bit. Budweiser comes off first, but E-Lam has acceleration. Up the backstretch, it's Budweiser, and E-Lam is in the spray now. Villwock got him on the turn.
I think E-Lam made a big mistake by not slowing down and keeping Dave Villwock tight to the buoys. He took a lot of boat speed in there, and they drew out. That gave Dave a clear lane on that inside, and that could be the nail in the coffin.
E-Lam's still very much on it. Nate's been fast all day and all weekend. They go to the upper turn. It's Budweiser in lane 1 with the lead. The E-Lam on the outside does have acceleration, though, and great RPMs. They come around nearly even up, and the Budweiser cannot bear out. They are nearly identical as they come off the turn. But the Budweiser looks like it'll lead at the end of lap 2. You talked about 5 dirty laps, Jim. We're going to see the end of lap 2, and they are still side by side as they come by and complete lap number 2. And the Budweiser and E-Lam are side by side. They could reach out and touch each other. The Budweiser went up. The Budweiser went up and over, it looked like, but still going. Turn to the infield. It is the E-Lam. He cut the course. It's E-Lam's race, Chip. The Budweiser got loose. He nearly went over. It's Dave Brown's race. I'm sure his crew will tell him. How is Dave Villwock upright?
It's amazing. I think it's hard to see. I saw the Dave boat, the Budweiser boat. I saw both sides of the deck. It was absolutely vertical, but he got it down. The problem is he missed about 3 of the buoys, so he's going to be disqualified, but we have to ask ourselves, was he pushed inside the course or did he just lose control?
Looked to me, Chip, that he had room. It's just very tough. They're still dragging it out, but the E-Lam may back off now that it's his race, or he may keep his foot in it for this crowd that is stuck around through the delays. They come down to complete lap number 3. We had a beautiful picture of it in the eye in the sky, and the Budweiser's got a 1-lap penalty on missing the buoys, of course, and he will have to go around again. He looks like your leader, but it's the E-Lam. Does Nate know, Chip? Shouldn't he back off?
You know, he must not know. These radios aren't the most reliable things in the world, so he may not be able to hear, but you know, he's still driving the boat very hard, but now he's got to know, and he's just going to let him go. I tell you what, that was a great race to see 2 drivers driving that hard with 2 boats that are that well prepared, and you got to hand it to Dave. He gave it all he had. You know, that can happen on the inside lane. It's hard to drive in there. The boat took a bounce on him, got away from him, but he gave it all he had.
Nate is cleaning up the world record book. He just set another world record in lap 3 in competition, 152.583, breaking the world record of San Diego of a year ago. Budweiser also ran fast with missed 3 buoys. It is Nate Brown, your leader. Let's check the rest of the field, Chip. Nate Brown is your leader. Jackson Sports Bar and Mike Hansen running in second place, and they are well back. Behind him, we'll check the rest of the field, but Nate will come down along with the Budweiser. But it's Nate Brown to complete lap number 4. Slowed it down a little to 146. He must know. Chip, unbelievable recovery for Dave Villwock in the Bud, that he's upright and still racing hard.
And I really don't know why Dave's pushing the boat. Actually, I don't know why either one of them are pushing the boat as hard as they are. But I tell you what, Dave Villwock was lucky to get that boat down.
1/2 a lap to go for the E-Lam Plus and Nate Brown. And he will pick up his second victory of the year. And Chip, in many ways, a job-saving gig for Nate Brown. He raced hard all day, aggressively, stayed pretty clean all day long. And, you know, there's a lot of pressure on those top boats. Nate Brown coming through today.
There seems to be a pattern with Nate. He has a horrible race, then he goes out and wins. Then he has a horrible race, and he comes out and wins. But he drove a great race today. He really did.
Here is Nate Brown off the upper turn, the E-Lam Plus. He has slowed down considerably now. The crowd knows it along the beach. They know what is happening. The Budweiser goes through the start-finish line, but no checkered flag. Nate Brown will come by the start-finish line. He will get a checkered flag, and the E-Lam Plus and Nate Brown win the 2002 Budweiser Columbia Cup on the Columbia River. The Budweiser will have to go around and finish another lap. E-Lam coming by the beach, and he nearly hit the outer course marker and had to turn it tight as he goes by, trying to give the fans a show. But as we pick up the rest of the field, it is going to be Mark Tate in the Trend West. You know, they battled all day long, but now E-Lam's slow on speed. We'll go down and talk to the winner. So there it is. The E-Lam Plus is victorious here. 2002 Columbia Cup here in Tri-Cities, Washington. We will go to the pits with the celebration momentarily. But while the E-Lam crossed the start-finish line, let's take a look on the other side of the river. What happened with Ken Muscatel and the Silver Dollar Casino going up, over, landing, and you see the boat break in half. We'll have Ken Muscatel. He is okay. We will have him at the dock as well with the celebration of the E-Lam.
Nate,
oh my God,
how do you feel? What kind of a boat race was that?
The best of my life, let me tell you.
What happened to Dave? All of a sudden, you guys threw these things in that corner like I've never seen. All of a sudden, Dave was up on his side. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, well, of course I saw what happened. I had the best seat in the house, Chip. The first lap before that, I didn't do a very good job in the corner. I cut my foot to the floor, and as you say, I didn't settle the boat down before the corner. It just kind of flew out. The next corner, I could pull him coming off the corner, but into the chute and everything. So I knew that if I had a chance to get him, I had to hold him down tight, hold the corner all the way through, as you know, and kind of light bulb it, and I was doing that. I think he grabbed a little too much fin and spit it out.
How horribly rough was it in there?
Unbelievable, Chip, let me tell you. And like any boat race, but, you know, the Elstrom job, Eric Elstrom right behind you. You got to get this guy in there.
Yeah!
This guy is the man. Eric is, without a doubt, the best, youngest, most energetic guy who wants to race. We need a whole lot more owners like this guy.
You guys have won a number of races. Well, how does this compare to the races you've won in the past?
This was tough. But great. God, this is.
Nobody knows it yet, but I'm going to qualify him in Seattle. He's going to take some laps in this thing.
We got to do this some more.
Okay.
A boat race like I haven't seen in a lot of years. Great job by Nate Brown.
Dr. Ken Muscatel is in good shape, in good spirits. We'll be talking to him momentarily. His boat is being towed in as it has been sawed apparently in half. Also, we want to say that Mitch Evans was not able to compete today in the brand new vacationville.com, but they will be in Seattle. Let's go down to the pit area.
Ken, I have never seen destruction in a boat like that, but yet you look so intact.
Well, you know, it's like the portrait of Dorian Gray. The boat took all the punishment. I'm happy to be in one piece. It hung a long, long time. The boat launched. What happened? It launched. I'd probably only going 165, 170 miles an hour, and thought I was going to get down. And then I heard Jay, my radio guy, say, "Oh no!" And of course, I felt my sentiments exactly. I'm in third place. So when the boat started hanging and hanging and hanging, when I knew it was going over, I grabbed my mask with my hand and I held it to my face, and over I went.
How lucky of a guy do you feel right now?
I'm a pretty lucky guy. I'm here. I'm smiling. That's as good lucky as you can get. And I got my kid waiting for me in Seattle.
He's a dear friend of mine, and there's about 100,000 people on the beach that are very happy to see Ken smiling right now.